Hello and welcome to Findlay Designs. Today I've been searching through my archives again and I found this one that I created last year also. Now this one took me all of about 5.5 minutes to create. Obviously not including the curing time, but there was 5.5 minutes of working time on this. So it's actually a very quick and simple bowl trinket dish design that is quite easy for beginners. So what I've done here is I've just used a rope to contain the flow of resin. So I've just put that on the table and then covered it in cling film, cling wrap, saran wrap, whatever you want to call it. Now I use different plastics for different things. So if I want something to be a little bit more wrinkly on the inside and a bit tighter following the shape of the item that I'm moulding it over, I'll use the cling wrap. But if I'm wanting it to be a smoother finish on the inside, then I'll use cellophane instead. So it just depends on what I'm wanting to achieve. So what I've done here is I've just poured the acrylic diamonds into the shape because I want this to be a real textured piece on the outside. So I've put those in first and then just added some orange resin on top. Now this is a real-time video. I normally speed them up, but because this video is only 5 minutes long anyway, I've decided to leave it in real time so that you can see exactly the processes that I do to create this piece. So now I'm just adding some of the white around the outside, and I'm going to just let that flow between the stones and just take on its own shape basically, and just allow it to move freely across the resin. I mentioned in my previous video that I'm creating instruction manuals for each of these resin videos, so I will put a link in the description below to where you can find the instruction manual. And the manual then is to literally just print out at home. You can laminate it, take it into your studio area, and then you don't have to worry about resin contaminating any of your other products and things because it's obviously laminated. So, and then you can use it time and time again. It means you also don't have to worry about remembering what I said because you'll have those instructions there for you to use, which will be quite handy. So all I'm doing here now is I'm just moving the white into the center ever so slightly, just using a touch of mineral turpentine to help that move a little bit. Now I don't want it to move too much, it's just to help break that up a little bit and help it follow the stones into the center more. So once you're happy with how it's looking, it's then time to leave it to cure for a few hours. Now I generally check on it from, in the summer months, from about 2 hours. I'll go and check on it and see how it's looking. In the winter I'll look at it from about 3 hours, and so depending on the temperature and the time of year it can vary. So this has been sitting there for about maybe 4 hours or so, and it's now time to remove the rope and get it ready to transition onto the item that we're going to shape it around. Because this is a longer shaped piece, I'm actually using a long oval plastic dish which I'm balancing on two containers to get the height, and then I'm just positioning this on the top, and I'll just adjust it and move it to suit how I want it to look. And then I'll just check to make sure that the plastic is lined straight so that when this starts flowing down it will not get caught up in the plastic. Now note that this piece is actually still quite sticky, so sometimes I'll leave them so that they're no longer sticky, but this one is still quite sticky because I want it to run down the plastic and create more shapes rather than just be a uniform edge. I want it to, the weight of the stones to pull down and create a more unusual effect along the edges. So as you can see, that resin actually flowed down and created like an uneven edge, which makes for a really interesting bowl or dish. As always, I hope you enjoyed this resin tutorial. If so, please give it a thumbs up, or better still, go on, subscribe to my channel. I've got plenty of ideas to keep you inspired. So until the next video, bye for now.